Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Alex, the Comic Hoarder, and I'm going to be doing a live review for you guys. I was reached out by the national sales manager for Slab-Pro, and they wanted me to do a review of their crystal clear backing board. So they sent me this package for review, and so I'm going to open this up. I know there's been a couple other people who've gotten this invitation as well, and it was unsolicited by myself. It was unsolicited by those other YouTubers. Lord of the Long Box was one of them, so definitely check out Tim over there at Lord of the Long Box. And I know that how I was exposed to Slab-Pro was comic trips. Huge fan of comic trips, 6 or 7 seasons of awesome videos, and they found Slab-Pro at a convention. It was probably a convention up in the Northeast somewhere. I'm not quite sure. But they purchased a couple of those, and then they did, several videos later, they did a review for Slab-Pro. And so one thing I wanted to do was talk about their website. So I'm going to screen share. Let's just take a look at their website. The different things on here. Slab-Pro, you get invisible backing boards, some of the other products. Let's go here to shop. Let's check out what they've got here. You've got Slab-Pro clear, regular size. Let's see what these things are. Okay, these are the things that go around the slabs. So that's kind of cool. You've got different colors. You've got green. You've got purple. Now, I'm not going to be reviewing those today. Let's see. Let's see what else they've got. They've got UV protection, which is great. It's really awesome to have UV protection for your comic books. That's one of the reasons why I get like Mylar or different things like that. These things are pretty cool. These comic portfolios, I like those things. Those look pretty cool. Civil War, I'm not sure what that is. Comic mounts, I've seen people use those. A lot of people use those for displaying their comics in videos. And then you've got the, you can use them to hang up a slab, which is pretty cool as well. Then you've got short boxes and long boxes. And then here is it's called the Invisible Comic Shield. I'm not quite sure what that is. 3-pack sample Invisible Comic Shield. So, okay, this is just what goes around your comic. Well, that's pretty cool. It's acid-free, archival quality, ultra-rigid 40 mil thick. I believe that's what these are, is 40 mil thick. So very awesome. Let's go to About Slab-Pro and just check out this. Talks about their cases, talks about their protection, displaying, categorize, so you can categorize. You can get your signature series all in these yellows. That's kind of neat. Yeah, and then you can contact them. They said they would send me a discount code. Now, I haven't got that yet, but hopefully we can get that here pretty soon to be able to do a review on that. Okay, so that is about it. Most of their stuff is about protecting their slabs. Invisible comic boards. Okay, here's those things. Invisible comic book boards. Okay. They retail for $9.95. I should be able to get you guys a discount code for those. They are, like I said, ultra rigid, 40 mil thick, crystal clear, and totally invisible. And so available in modern and Silver Age sizes. So that's very cool. Can't remember what I requested. They asked me if I had a request. Let's see, stop sharing. And we'll go back to me. All right, I can't remember what I requested. They said, which one would you like to review? And I can't remember what I said. So let's get into this. I was gonna have David from Beyond the Blast Doors do this review with me, but time is just got away from myself and from him. He's very busy. So this is what they sent. So this is an Ominous Press card here. They're partners with that, like a sister company, Relentless Powerful Comics. So that's one of their sister companies. And then X-Ray Vision, here's tired of seeing only half of the picture. Would you like to see, the rest of your comic book? So it's for, like, they promote it as being able to view and examine both sides of your comic book. So that's pretty neat. I respect that. But after watching, to be completely honest, this is an honest review. When watching Comic Trips do the review, I was like, that's really cool. I'm really glad that there is this product out there. If I had some sort of, wraparound cover, that would be really cool for that. Unfortunately, I don't have very many wraparound covers. Like I've got X-Men 1. I think the Legacy book that just came out is a wraparound cover. Some of those old books would be cool to have as wraparound. But here is a product. These are super thick and they're very rigid. But like I said, after watching them, being completely honest, I wasn't quite sold. I didn't obviously go out after watching their review and say, man, I really need to, because Paul and Kat said so, I really need to go get some of these invisible Slab-Pro boards. But they were kind enough to reach out to me proactively on their own and ask me if I'd review their products. So here it is. This is how they come. So $10 for it's a buck a piece for these. And hopefully, like I said, if this is something you're interested in, I can get you a discount code and we can make that even cheaper. So I'm going to compare this to, I've got a book here, which is a current size Mylar. Here, I've taken out one of them. It has a film on both sides. So this side is a white film, and then this side is like a clear film. And so you have to peel those off, it looks like. But I've got picked out one of my favorite books. This is in a current size Mylar backing board. This is looks like a halfback. And I'm going to compare the sizes. I'm going to take this halfback out and I'm going to compare the sizes. I wish I would have taken out a fullback, but here it is. So this is obviously much thicker. It's about the same size, same exact size as a halfback, as a Mylar E. Gerber. So as far as the height and width of that, thickness, it's much, much thicker. It's very rigid, which I want my comics in a rigid, and this is halfback is extremely flimsy. Now, of course, this isn't a fair comparison because this would be double the thickness, of course, if it was a fullback. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to take this off, and this is a very thin film just to protect it. And so, okay, there was no instructions in here, so this is just me doing this on my own. I don't want to get too many fingerprints on this thing because I think that's the point, is to have it nice and beautiful. Wow, this is really, really clear. In person, I really like it a lot. I love seeing straight through it. I mean, there's no tint to it like you see some of the slabs. Heck, even this has a tint to it. This is an Ultra Pro top loader, Ultra Pro brand, and this is the Slab-Pro Ultra Clear X-ray backing board. So as you can see, there is a blue tint to this, absolutely no tint to this, which is a plus for sure. Okay, so I'm going to slide this in here, and I'm going to let you know how thick it is, you know, how rigid it makes this comic. Now, just so you know, this is a sharp, it's somewhat of a sharp board. So I guess you should definitely be careful, especially if you're throwing this in a book that's like a Silver Age book that may have a spine roll and some ticks on the side or some torn edges on the side. I would be careful. So what I'm doing right now is throwing this book in here with that. I've placed this one upside down because I like how it slides in the top loader better. Okay, so I've got it in there. What's funny is I'm not using clear tape here. It's the blue painter's tape. But okay, now, so you've got the front. You don't have that border around here anymore, which sometimes I don't mind the border. I like to get mine squared up properly, even spaces on both sides. It looks like a mat, almost like. I like the look of the mat sometimes. And that completely eliminates that in this. So all you're seeing now is the book. Here's the back of the book with good old Albert Pujols, who was a Cardinal back then. And now you're able to see the back. You're able to examine the back of it. It's really very, very nice. If you have a book that you want to see the back on, now let me see here. I mean, this is definitely a product that you would want to get. I would reserve it for some of your top books. Now, if you have a really nice key book or a really nice Grail, Silver Age Grail, current Grail, heck, whatever your Grail is, if this is something that you're interested in, I would definitely say go for it. Being that it's $10 for like $1 a piece, you would have to be very choosy on what you wanted to do with this. But there's how it presents in there. The back is nice and crystal clear now, so you can see the back of the comic book. Really actually like that, because if you're a cover collector and you only see the cover of the book, so say you don't really crack your books, you don't really read them that much, you're only into it for the covers, this is great. When you get a book slabbed, you're able to see both sides, so you can investigate both sides. When you just have a backing board, a standard, Mylar Eagerber backer board, full back, half back, or even just a regular comic board, you're not able to see the back unless you open it up and get it out. So this is something that I'm really happy that I was able to see in person. It gives me a whole new respect for this. It's 40 mils thick, which is really nice. It really protects this book, makes this much more rigid than when I had the halfback in it. I'm definitely going to keep this book in this case. They gave me 10 of these to check out. So hopefully I'll be able to provide you guys with a discount code. As soon as I get that, I'll upload it in the description below. But I did link their website here. So I will say thank you to Slab-Pro for trusting me to review your product, for giving me 10 of these to check out. Let me try one more. Now this is a current book. This is in poly. So this is your standard poly, but now this one fit really nicely because this is in Mylar. It's a current size Mylar and a current size. But let's say you've got a Silver Age bag and board, like you got this at your comic shop and you really like this book. Let's see what happens when you put that one of these crystal clear Slab-Pro backing boards in a Silver Age. Let's see what kind of protection it gives you in that. Now you probably want to order a correct size. I would definitely recommend that. But let's see firsthand what happens. I have a theory that it will be too big. The book will slide all over the place and it won't provide the protection that you really want for your comic books. So here's that again. It's really satisfying, gratifying to pull these things off. Really nice. I thought, watching comic trips, I thought it would be sticky, and so I'm glad that it's not. It's not sticky on either side. It was more like static. I think they attached that with static. So, all right. So I've got the backing board here. I'm placing it in the back of this poly. Okay, and there you go. It's in there, just as I suspected. It is a little bit too big for this bag. So there's plenty of space here, plenty of space here. You definitely want to order the Silver Age size because, like I said, it comes in modern and Silver Age. These are the modern or current size backs, but it's also very, very nice. Some of the artwork on the back of these books is pretty cool. So yeah, that is my review. It doesn't really work if you're going to use the incorrect bag. So you definitely want to get the correct bag for what comic you are going to use. Most comic shops, if you just get bags and boards with your books, it's going to come in a Silver Age bag and board most of the time. You'd want to ask your comic book shop, your LCS, what bags and boards they're using if you want to get the appropriate sized clear backing board. Okay, so this one does not work. There's a lot of extra room on either side. It doesn't feel very protected. Your comic book could get damaged. This is used improperly. So, and then you've got a proper usage of the backing board. This is a current size Mylar with Slab-Pro backing board into a Silver Age Ultra Pro. So this is like awesome protection. If you don't want to slab your books, if you don't want to spend the money on doing that, you can get 10 of these ultra clear from Slab-Pro. You can get 10 of those for $9.95 off their website. And then I think these can run you about $2, these top loaders, anywhere from $1.70 something to $2 a piece. You know, they come in 10. So you're going to get 10 for under 20 bucks. So right there, it's about a $3 investment. And then, of course, your Mylar. Your Mylar bags come in, you know, what 50 quantity for these Mylites 2s. And then those cost about, they're going to be about 15, 16 bucks for 50 of them. So that is it. This book feels well protected. And you can also check out the back. So this is really good. I would recommend, like I said, getting the correct size. These modern or current size fit in the current size Mylar bags. So it's awesome. Perfect stuff. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Slab-Pro. The link is in the description below. I appreciate you guys reaching out to me and letting me review this. It is a great product. It's something that I didn't proactively really look for, but I'm so glad that I was able to see this once again in person. Something that I may check out in the future if I have some books that I'm not going to slab and that I would like to conserve. Conserve these books, make sure they're protected well, and I want to see both sides of them. So maybe next I'll do Silver Age backing boards, and that way I can do some of my key books, which they've got some really nice covers on the back too. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all on the next video.